popping out and surprising us. So it was so wonderful.
Well, I hope you get the win because that's going to be a great moment for the future, right? Yeah. But I also heard something about your dog.
Coach Franklin, she has a custom Penn State bandana with her name on it. She gets a little stressed out when they play though, because I can't sit down during the games. So I pace, and then she paces with me, so she gets a little stressed during Penn State football games.
That is adorable. I can't wait to see. You better post on social with the ring and with Frankie. Oh, wait, stop it. What's this? Oh, my gosh. Wait, that is so beautiful. Congratulations. We wish you a lifetime of happiness and love and White House. Obviously, everything's going to be white.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Harry's.
That is fantastic. We are engaged. Honestly, that's the best use of the "we are" phrase that you're going to see today, HD. But let's get back to the matchup at hand here, because this is a heavyweight battle, man. Dan Lanning, I want to start on that side. He's got this Oregon team absolutely cooking. I would say, we talked about Ole Miss being ahead of schedule. I would say this Oregon team might be ahead of schedule, too. I think Dan would probably disagree with me if he heard me say that, given what we talked to him, during the draft show in April, during the spring. But how do you see the trajectory of where he's got this team?
And understanding and setting the culture. And that's exactly what he's been able to do. He's a down south guy.
He is.
SEC guy. Coaching football, right? So he understands what it means to be physical. And have that physicality. And they hit the ground with everyone else.
Summer. I don't want to. If my last and only option. Hold on. What are you talking about? My fiance, she's great. That was a no-brainer. I mean, I didn't want to get married in the summer. It's the worst season. It's too hot, humid, all the bugs. But a fall wedding was out of the question. Listen, I'm dumb, but I'm smart enough to know you don't ask people to give up weekends in the ER months. September, October, the rest. Unless you want to end up in the ER 4 months. Marriage, that's forever. Football season, that's right now. And there is no place I would rather be. Ryan McGee walks us down the aisle. Hey, seriously, does anyone know where Randy is?
Save the date. We all have them in the mailbox, our inbox, and stuck on the fridge. And for any sports fan, any save the date we received this week, it was for anything other than a ticketed event at a sporting event. Yeah, that should have been immediately tossed into shred. The Ryder, the NASCAR playoffs, NFL Week 4, the MLB regular season finale, woven into the college football slate of dates that are all to be saved and saved. Starting in Happy Valley, where everyone will be dressed in white to vote through for and against two of college football forever rising, Penn State and Oregon. The Nittany Lions are hoping to catch their first national championship barter since 1986. They'll have their clocks out. Who watered down the Natty Island in 2010 and 2015, only to be left in the office. On Oxford Ball Saturdays, everyone always dresses like they're headed to a formal event. The Grove and the Stadium. The number 13 Revs goes to 4th grade LSU. They treat every day like a wedding reception. Winner of this competition now, you'll be thinking about the CFB honeymoon plans. But the SEC cake topper will be in action.
Georgia and Alabama simply always deliver.
Number 17 families still move married to head coach in Elsewhere, a lot of ranked teams hold their breath and question the master. If anyone has any objections, speak now or forever hold your peace. Because there are a lot of unranked teams who might have things to say, like unranked and undefeated Washington, Ohio State, unranked Auburn, Texas A&M, or unranked with unbeaten Arizona and Iowa State, unranked and undefeated Mississippi State, who already shocked then ranked Arizona State was Tennessee. So, save the dates. Yes, I do, and you do. We all do. If we don't, we're like those folks who sent us a non-sport save the date for this fabulous fall Saturday. Dum, dum, da dum.
All right, time now for our AI sign up. Well, we gave detailed jobs to AI, and them, though, check them up with our sign. And that's because, listen, it's a 2-hour show. It is a pig who just gets out. All right, where's Randy? Where is Randy? I don't know. Maybe AI help us with that. There he is. I asked AI to give us Randy at a dive bar at his local spot, the Vienna Inn in Virginia, at his 25-year high school game. Wow, Randy, that's very nice of you to make yourself taller, darker, more handsome, more children on the job line than all of your classmates. Hey, at least I got the game on the back right thing. All right, from that class of 2000, you can pick anywhere else. But with my side, I have some Beaver Stadium. Yes. Give me a couple mascots there, and those Oregon Ducks throwing James Franklin into the Lions into the pond there in violation. How about this? Look at this. Some great games, but the Ducks rule the pond here in Happy Valley. You know what? You said it. 420 against 8 top 10 teams. Yes. Yes, of course it is. You had not been big game, James. Right. Okay, 80 top 10. Yes. 80 top 6. They are top 6. Someone that's been loud here in this matchup. Take a look at Happy Valley. College Game Day coming to you live from Happy Valley now. It is the final Saturday of September, and some of the hues that decorate fall will be in full view. But the season becomes vibrant today, and you know when colors start to pop out and all colors combine, the result is a whiteout. Whiteouts are blinding. You don't know where you are. You don't know which way to go. Confusion, stumbling. You cannot breathe. And forming it will be saturated with the devastating whiteout. For color blocks, they touch of whiteout is unofficial blackout. And watch out, colorful days. And in that treasure, your true colors will be revealed. For the Washington. He's leading an offense that's an absolute juggernaut. Over the last 2 seasons, they have outscored their opponents by 520 points. You would think maybe Iowa's defense will slow down. Maybe the run game will keep them off the field. Indiana's defense has played better than Iowa's defense has this year, and that's Gronowski. He's going to have to run the rock as hard as he can. Oregon and Penn State. The big offense. Dante Moore, I mean, he is coming into his own. Nittany Lions hasn't seen anything like him. And Bryce Bencher, the Georgia defense, has to allow a touchdown pass. Bencher, the leading tackler, making a big year. He will become acquainted with Nicholas Singleton. Now, the Nittany Lions have to get their stars going. Singleton hasn't had a lot of way to play. Drew Allen needs to deliver dimes like this to Trevor Pena. We know he struggled to get the lead competition. Allen, a signature moment in the offing tonight. Playing well. So many great games on the schedule. You don't know how it's going to unfold. We know it's probably going to be wild because it started last night. Did you see the 3 games and the way they ended last night? Many. It was Houston and Oregon State. Oregon State hasn't won a game. Houston has lost one. Houston once down 2 touchdowns. Connor Whitman and Tanner Tokyo. Interesting coverage.
Probably going to be wild. Yes. Because it started last night. Did you see the 3 games?
It's not going your way. They could have won the game for the Beavers, given that their first win kick was blocked. We go to overtime. Beavers go for it. 4-1. Could keep the field goal and taking the lead. No. Turn it over on down. So now, Ethan Sanchez has the ball game. The comeback complete. Houston undefeated.
And the way they ended last night, late. It was Houston and Oregon State. Oregon State hasn't won a game. Houston had lost one. Houston once down 2 touchdowns. Connor Whitman and Tanner.
That combination is legal high in 24.
Interesting coverage there late with a 7-point lead. Houston able to take it. For that tie score.
Now, sometimes when it's not going your way, it's not going your way. They could have won the game. For the Beavers, giving them their first win. Kick was blocked. We go to overtime. Beavers go overtime. Beavers go. Fourth and 1. Could have kicked the field goal and taken the lead. Nope. Turn it over on down. So now, Ethan Sanchez, a ball game. The comeback complete.
Houston undefeated. Houston undefeated.
We're not done. Look at this in the Big 12. 24-17. TCU had a 17-0 lead. Sam Levitt, Jordan Tyson. That combination is lethal, tied at 24. The ensuing drive, Prince Dorma gets to Josh Hoover. Strip sack, fumble, Arizona State. The ball and on the doorstep. What a play by Dorma to take it away. Hoover video. Sunday, Josh Hoover would like to have back. Trying to save his team, and he is picked off in Arizona State. Wins it 27-24, and it seems there might have been one more game.
Friday night. Talking and ends up overturning it.
Yeah, we hear the review, by the way. I like what the ACC is doing. with reviews, but instead the fastest field storm in history as Virginia beats Florida State.
Tony Elliott, man. Congrats to Tony Elliott. Tony Elliott, they had a late drive and lost against NC State. They're about that close from being undefeated as well. Wow. So you have all those games like their opponents snicker 1-14 against FBS competition from a team.
Well, I think consistency and performance is really what defines success, and I think the challenge. Challenges for teams now to be able to play at a high level and a standard each, like last night. I mean, the teams you thought were going to win really didn't win. Right. West Virginia beats Virginia, then it goes and loses badly. So there's just, and I think the idea that there's a lot of new faces on a lot of new teams and how that chemistry comes together has a lot to do with that.
Well, especially with 18 to 23-year-olds, there's going to be a lot of inconsistencies on the day-to-day regardless, because that's kind of how humans develop. And if you stay here in the Big Ten talking about consistency, Indiana might have been the most consistent team across the board since Kurt Signetti's got there. This Fernando Mendoza, who's playing quarterback for them, is unbelievable. What he's doing in the red zone, I think he has like 28 touchdowns, no turnovers, just in the red zone over the last 2 years. He's a stud. They reload. They got a tough one in Iowa. And then Ohio State traveling out to Washington. This is Washington's first game against a Power 4 team. What are they? They could be great. They got a 22-game win streak at home in Washington. The number one team in the country has to travel out there and play against them. Yeah. We'll see how Ohio State does. And then the SEC is packed today.
Absolutely.
Does.
Yeah. I tell you what, Alabama, Georgia, we knew that was going to be this night. Alabama, why? Because Florida State beat Alabama, and now Florida State just lost to UVA. That's going to be a bad loss. Alabama's record. But now with them losing to Virginia, so to me, Alabama goes into this game in between the hedges in Athens with a lot of weight on their shoulders. They do not want to walk out there with the loss.
It's an interesting perspective. Notre Dame, we've talked all week or all year about their 0-2 start. Is this a team that can be okay and right the ship? They go to Arkansas. That's a tricky game for them. That's a noon game. I agree with you about Alabama. Alabama is a team that our one memory is week 1 against Florida State. Now, they've looked a lot better these last 2 weeks against inferior opponents. How much have they improved? They get a chance to really show us. I think that LSU-Ole Miss game is fun, too, because Ole Miss is scoring pretty much every possession. We've all been bragging about LSU's defense. Right. Something's really got to give, I think, in that matchip later today.
Big test for that quarterback. Huge test. I'm not quite ready to give up on Florida State yet, though. I mean, that's a tough overtime. They played well.
And they got a big game next week, as does Houston. Hey, we love what we're doing here early. Look at you back in that Nittany Lion costume from last year.
Looks good, baby. Looks good.
You got 7 good lads holding this lion up, and that lion's got a good base, good athleticism, and they're loving today. But just to hit all those games, I can't believe we have them all on one Saturday. I mean, we got the Ryder Cup going on. We got these 5 big, massive games. The United States needs to get back up. We can win that thing. Okay, we need to figure that out. We can't be losing to Europe. We'll take that anytime. But then Sunday, it's like a great weekend for ball. And today is going to set the tone like it has for the rest of the college football season already. Electrifying outcomes, magical finishes, new storylines developing. And we haven't even talked about some injuries that have really affected a lot of things.
So you know what? Maybe we'll talk about injuries and maybe the biggest upset of all. Have you ever seen Pete Thamel in a white suit?
No.
You want to see Pete Thamel in a white suit?
Yes, we do. Oh, my God.
There he is.
Hey, everybody.
everybody. I guess I'll give an injury update now.
He looks like he's, I don't know if he's selling KFC or serving ice cream.
I look like something. I don't know what it is. Let's go to the injury report. We'll start with that natural Big Ten rivalry out in Seattle today. Breaking news just this morning. Star Washington corner Tacario Davis, I've been told by sources, is doubtful. That obviously looms large against the #1 Buckeyes. He's Washington's top corner. Ohio State obviously has some pretty good receivers. Let's go to Fayetteville, where Notre Dame's best defensive player, Leonard Moore, is questionable for the game. I've been told he's a game-time decision. Look, guys, there's not a lot of optimism that Moore's going to be able to go through warm-ups and make it to play today against the Hogs, but he is going to give it a go and be out there in warm-ups. He did not play, obviously, last week against Purdue. And as for the game in Oxford, I've been told LSU leading rusher Caden Durham is doubtful for tonight's game at Ole Miss. Durham injured his ankle last week against Southeastern Louisiana, and he struggled in walkthrough yesterday. So it looks like he's probably not going to be able to go. As for the breaking news that we have here in our game day family, our friend Reese Davis has a daughter getting married tomorrow. His daughter Elizabeth is marrying her fiance Nate. So on behalf of our whole game day family, on camera, behind camera, we want to wish Reese and his wife Lee a blessed day tomorrow. Sources tell me, guys, Reese will not be wearing a white tuxedo.
I've got one now, though. I've got to ask if maybe they want me to wear it while I'm giving the speech.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Is that open bar? Yeah, obviously.
What? No?
Oh, never mind. Open bar, obviously, on Dad's tab. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Everything's on Dad's tab.
Yeah, we appreciate you doing that.
Absolutely, man. Welcome, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Got to deal with some noise ordinance issues, I'm told.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of that. All right, let's go. Here's what we've got here. New Mexico State Rio Grande rivalry. 115th installment. First time in more than 30 years. They both have winning records. Blue Box Classic going to give you a peek at the night before the Baton Rouge and then in Idaho and Montana. Me in the top 10 showdown for the Little Brown Stein. So I want to congratulate a couple of my colleagues here. Frank Street going to get the Summerall Award, which goes to broadcaster and also the contributions to the community. And West Virginia plays Utah today. Hall of Fame class for West Virginia will be inducted, and great Pat McAfee, part of that class. There you go. Congratulations.
Let's go Mountaineers. Let's go Mountaineers. And thank you to these people for being a part of the speech earlier. It's a great day.
It was a great moment. That may find its way outside of West Virginia annals. That was really cool. People want to see that too. Really cool. What a morning it is so far, and already here in State College. Still to come on College Game Day. James Franklin's going to join the set as they get ready to take on the Ducks. Marcus Freeman will also be here. We'll perhaps get a little more insight if it's late enough and close enough to kick off Leonard Moore. We've talked about these SEC rivalries renewed. Ole Miss looking for a little get back at LSU, Alabama, and Georgia. And then the kicking contest is back. We've had a couple straight misses. You going to find somebody with a strong leg out there today?
He doesn't want to.
The issue is so many athletes roaming this campus, and the hills make everybody's legs strong. A little bit worried. Oh, no, really good.
Here he is. Maybe bringing Nick a once.
Another Saturday with safety. Hey, Coach, you got the latest kit of smoke alarm.
Good defense needs to adapt.
You know, I used to play a little defense, Coach.
Man, you got to be fast to play defense these days.
Well, I was in middle school.
Get over 25% faster smoke detection with Kit of Smoke Alarms. Available at the Home Depot.
Grab the ladder, Speedy. We got 3 more rooms to go.
Almonds, man. Any health goals you got, Almonds got you. You want to look good? You got to snack good.